Mila Kunis has finally revealed the reason behind Ashton Kutcher's low profile, and it's something that many people saw coming.
What have you been doing?
Yes. I mean, you know, it's fine.
Ashton Kutcher and Diddy became friends in the 2000s after meeting while working as MTV stars. Kutcher as the host of Punk'd and Diddy directing young musicians to run errands for him, like heading to Brooklyn for cheesecake. In a 2018 appearance on The Late Show with James Corden, the two talked about their first phone call. They also reminisced about the wild parties they attended together, which have recently become a source of controversy for Diddy.
You got Ashton Kutcher in love with Mila Kunis on that 70s show. Then they break up for absolutely no reason after he starts hanging out with Diddy. Then he marries Demi Moore, who drained him of all the adrenochrome she can, and apparently he replenished himself by doing inappropriate things with her daughters.
However, their bond wasn't just about partying. It also had a significant impact on their careers. According to The Mirror, Kutcher revealed how their legendary nights out influenced his decision to join the cast of Guess Who. Despite the fun, some of their partying involved questionable behavior, including inviting 13-year-old girls to their VMA after parties.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, can't tell that one either. I mean, like actually cycling through them. There was one moment, so it's not really a party story, but our relationship was really bizarre. So it started over Punk'd, because he was like, yo,
Don't punk
you
me.
can't punk me. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's on the table. He's like, not me, I'm off the table. And so that started our conversation. We became fast friends, and we used to just hang out and watch football together.
In 2006, Kutcher reflected on how their friendship shaped his understanding of how people reacted to their relationship. However, he later distanced himself from Diddy amid the mogul's recent legal troubles, including allegations of sexual abuse and trafficking. These concerns were echoed by others close to the situation.
Hey! Oh my gosh, this still rocks!
So good, you're doing so good.
I just want to say, everyone will suffer. Do you remember
Yeah!
This situation becomes even more intriguing because, given how close Kutcher was to Diddy, he likely knows the darker side of the music mogul. If Ashton is on tape, there's a possibility Diddy could use that footage for blackmail. Perhaps he already has.
Once I heard the public was going to be there, so I got scared. Check it out. So, thank you for this award. It means a lot to me.
Ashton Kutcher has reportedly expressed regret about his connection to Diddy, a controversial figure currently facing serious federal charges for sex trafficking and racketeering. This comes after Ashton and his wife, Mila Kunis, faced backlash for supporting their former That 70s Show co-star, Danny Masterson, who was convicted of raping 2 women and sentenced to 30 years to life in prison. When letters of support for Masterson were made public, fans were outraged. In response, the couple posted an apology video on Instagram, which wasn't well received.
Crazy, man. I just heard about that. But you heard about the reports that Ashton Kutcher, he's worried that Diddy might lie on his friends? You heard about that?
But that's what I've been saying. I said, if the federal government wanted somebody more than they want Diddy, if he has some information about some people that they would rather have other than him, he's able to get that information to them. But they gotta want it. They gotta want it. And Ashton Kutcher and him they were real tight. One time, me, him, Ashton Kutcher went to a Nets game and we met Jay-Z there. You know what I'm saying? So they were close, they was cool.
But you think Diddy would do something like that? Lie on other celebrities?
Well, why would it have to be a lie? Because if he get caught in he gonna be as truthful as possible. You understand? He's gonna give them enough information, whereas that it's gonna make him look like the choir boy. So Ashton Kutcher, he has a right to be kind of alarmed if he was doing things with Diddy. Remember they used to have that group called the what do they call it? The Brat Pack? With Diddy, him, and a couple other guys was hanging out. Leonardo. one other guy too. I forgot the other guy's name. So they all might be worried.
For him to come out with that comment, I mean, that is suspect. It sounds like he's worried that Diddy might give up some information.
That's why. That's why he made that statement. To set it up. To set up the atmosphere that, yo, this guy's gonna lie on us. This guy ain't gonna tell the truth on us. But what we know is that wherever Diddy went, his tape recorders went.
But why are these tape recorders important?
His camera equipment was working. He was videotaping everything. So they might have that videotape already.
Right. Yeah, out of curiosity, have you had any kind of contact with the feds?
I have not spoken to a prosecutor. I haven't spoken to anybody connected to what is happening right now with Brother Love, Diddy, Sean Combs, and none of that. There's no reason for them to speak on me because when I spoke about stuff about Sean Combs, it was stuff that happened personally to people around us. And there's nothing that I said that could be deemed criminally that could have got Sean Combs into jail. See, that's what people want you to think, that I've said so much that it's the reason why he's in jail and the prosecutor got him. But they can't tell you what law that I said that he broke, or what did he did illegally to get him in jail. They can't even tell you that. If you ask somebody to say, well, what did Gene Deal say that Puff did that led him to get in jail? So, no, I have not talked to a prosecutor. No, I haven't talked to anybody on the defense team. I have not spoken. There's no reason why. Now, is there a possibility they may call me? It may. They had this guy under surveillance since 2011, bro. Since 2011. Since 2011, they knew that Puff was doing some crazy. And why they didn't stop him then, bro? Why did they wait till 2024? If they had information that he was underage boys and all this stuff like this, why they ain't go do something? Why did they let all these other people be victims? What you said, 120 showed up? How many of those people came after 2011? We don't even know. The government needs to stop doing that shit. They know somebody is doing something illegal. They know somebody doing something wrong. Stop them in their tracks. Then we don't have all these victims. We don't have all these situations.
Meanwhile, Diddy's celebrity friends are reportedly terrified of being called to testify against him. Diddy is currently being held at a Brooklyn detention center while facing sex trafficking and racketeering charges, which he denies. Since his arrest in September, many of his usual supporters have remained silent.
And you got that alcohol, you got the in you. They're a little loose, bruh. They let down all their inhibitions. The music is pumping. He said it himself. He got it so hot in there that you gotta take your clothes off. He said that himself, bruh. So a lot of them, what was what he said? I think a lot of them was being swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? They tell off on themselves all the time, man. You just gotta listen.
But why do you think Diddy had all them hidden cameras?
Bro, when you that powerful, you didn't get that powerful without having 1 or 2 or maybe 3 ups on somebody. Diddy always been the type of individual that want to have ups on the next person no matter what they was doing. Like, he always played artists against each other. He did it to Big, he did it to Craig Mack. You understand? I said before, he did the stuff to Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? So had the ups on Ja Rule so he could go after Jay-Z. You understand what I'm saying? So he always played those kind of up games on people. So to have those cameras and know what he was doing, it's gonna give him the ups on everybody who came to that party. Even your favorite basketball player. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. We know who said that. He may be one of the persons who got caught up in the Diddy party.
In another development, a woman from Alabama who alleges she was raped by both Jay-Z and Diddy when she was 13 has been allowed to proceed with her lawsuit anonymously, at least for now. A federal judge in New York made this ruling on Thursday.
We are aware of the pain that has been caused by the character letters that we wrote on behalf of Danny Masterson.
We support victims. We have done this historically through our work and will continue to do so in the future.
A couple months ago, Danny's family reached out to us and they asked us to write character letters to represent the person that we knew for 25 years so that the judge could take that into full consideration relative to the sentencing.
The letters were not written to question the legitimacy of the judicial system or the validity of the jury's ruling.
They were intended for the judge to read, and not to undermine the testimony of the victims or re-traumatize them in any way. We would never want to do that. We're sorry if that has taken place.
Our heart goes out to every single person who's ever been a victim of sexual.
This ruling marks a legal victory for the woman, who claims that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and Diddy assaulted her at an after-party following the MTV Music Awards in 2000, while an unnamed celebrity allegedly watched. Jay-Z has denied the allegations, calling them a blackmail attempt. His legal team has argued that the woman's story is full of inconsistencies and is provably false.
It's bigger than Diddy, bro. Because you know who else they was doing investigation on during that whole time period? It was the mayor and the politicians in New York City. They turn around and give him the key to the city. All the mayor people that he brought on here in New York City are all resigning. They all resigning. People ain't gonna tie this together, but if you look at it, you have to say, because of Mayor Adams and his relationship with Diddy, it brought on the Southern District of New York to start investigating Diddy on civil lawsuits that was put against him. Because the feds is going after all these politicians in New York City.
Yeah, the feds revealed that, anybody that, participated in any, criminal behavior at his freak-offs, they're going to pursue.
Listen here. The mayor here take like 15 spoons of sugar in his coffee. So it's all a possibility.
Do you think it's any celebrities on them tapes?
Bro, he gave celebrity parties. So what you think? I think they're not telling the whole truth.
While the woman can remain anonymous for now, the judge has stated that she may eventually have to reveal her identity to allow Jay-Z's lawyers to gather facts needed for the trial. The court criticized Jay-Z's lawyers for their aggressive tactics to speed up the process, calling it a waste of judicial resources.
At least for now, in her lawsuit against the music moguls. This decision came from a New York federal judge on Thursday.
And a federal judge has ruled the woman alleging she was raped by Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs can remain anonymous. The woman says both men raped her at a party when she was 13 years old. Jay-Z's legal team had fought to get the case dismissed, arguing his accuser should have to reveal her name. But the judge disagreed. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
Tony Busby, the attorney representing the woman, responded to the ruling by saying he typically doesn't comment on court decisions. However, he did send an email to CBS News stating that efforts to attack him as counsel for the alleged victim have been unsuccessful.
in a 5-page brief that the Carters' lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it. This latest legal twist coming after the recently filed civil lawsuit by Jane Doe, claiming that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and P. Diddy, drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl at an after-party after the MTV Music Awards in 2000, while an unnamed celebrity watched. Jay-Z has vehemently denied all the allegations, putting out this statement 2 weeks ago, writing in part, "This is a blackmail attempt."
Ashton Kutcher has reportedly expressed regret about his connection to Diddy, a controversial figure currently facing serious federal charges for sex trafficking and racketeering. This comes after Ashton and his wife, Mila Kunis, faced backlash for supporting their former That 70s Show co-star, Danny Masterson, who was convicted of raping 2 women and sentenced to 30 years to life in prison. When letters of support for Masterson were made public, fans were outraged. In response, the couple posted an apology video on Instagram, which wasn't well.
Songs like Run This Town.
We are, yeah, I said it, we are. This is Rock Nation, pledge your allegiance.
His attorneys have denied everything about Jane Doe's account and pointed to some alleged inconsistencies in her story.
It's not just that this story is a lie and that it's not true. It's provably, demonstrably false. This never happened.
The judge writing that while Jane Doe can remain anonymous for now, she may be required to reveal her identity at a later date to allow Jay-Z's lawyers to collect facts necessary to prepare for trial.
Oftentimes, when someone is accused of a crime like this, the accuser doesn't want to be named, and if they are forced to be named, we have seen certain people decide to drop the lawsuit.
Ashton Kutcher and Diddy became friends in the 2000s after meeting while working as MTV stars. Kutcher as the host of Punk'd and Diddy directing young musicians to run errands for him, like heading to Brooklyn for cheesecake. In a 2018 appearance on The Late Show with James Corden, the two talked about their first phone call. They also reminisced about the wild parties they attended together, which have recently become a source of controversy for Diddy.
He just better hope for his sake, that that's just a bunch of bull. But then there's lawyers out there saying, yeah, the tape does exist. Lawyers got on television to say the tapes exist. I don't really know or trust that, because they was trying to say he had a tape with one of the bodyguards and this lady that came out. So we don't know what to think until we actually see that and we get that version. You remember we had that bootleg version of R. Kelly tape?
Yeah, I remember that.
They don't even bootleg. Yo, they don't even bootleg no more, man. So it's gonna be hard to figure it out if it does exist.
Do you believe the guy in the tape is white?
If he's bigger than Diddy and he's not none of the names that I said, probably so. But then they say he was young too.
Yeah, they say he was young.
Let me get his name right. I hope it ain't the Bieber. I hope it's not the Bieber.
That's a good one. It might be him. But if they saying that the guy is young and he's an A-lister, I can't think of that many black people, man.
Right. Not at all. And somebody that's more powerful, more of a celebrity than Diddy. You understand what I'm saying? If they were saying somebody that was more celebrity than Diddy, he was an A-lister, he was younger. You know what I'm saying? And if he's not black, it would have to be the Bieber. That's his name, Bieber? They said I got that wrong too. Justin Bieber, allegedly. I don't know.